5. Oh my gosh, we are on day 6 of our 7-day SWEAT-ATHON, okay? Well, our 7-day summer shred challenge. This is the SWEAT-ATHON. How are you finding it? I have had like some crazy story tags on Instagram and on Facebook saying that this has been like the most brutal challenge you have ever done. So quickly let me know how you're getting on. I know numbers are pretty low today, so it might be because it's not a good time for you, or it might be that I've basically finished some of you off. So let me know how you're getting on. Today is gonna be pretty intense. We have got pretty much full body cardio, okay? It's 40 minutes long. We have 4 circuits. They're 9 minutes each, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, and each circuit is targeting a different part of the body, even though it's full body. Make sense? I hope you guys are ready. Okay, we're gonna warm up your body. 3 minutes just to get you nice and supple. So we're coming down low, hands are in the prayer position. From there, we're gonna lift up and then lower back down again. So you want that chest nice and open. Good work, guys. So this is gonna be pretty brutal, but you are gonna feel amazing afterwards, okay? 15 seconds left. I'm in it with you guys, we've got this. 4, 3, 2, now legs wide. We're just gonna shift side to side. Really mobilizing through the legs, inner thighs, chest open, core tight, guys. Did we get any comments through? How's everyone feeling at the end of the week? I hope you guys are okay.
Exhausted.
Exhausted, I thought so. I just said to Alex, should I go easier? Because I know everyone's like dead, right? Particularly your legs and your butt. So we are gonna go a lot of core today, but this is a sweat-a-thon, so I can't change what it is. So there's gonna be a lot of core, guys. It's still gonna burn, but I won't go the whole thing on legs. So you're pivoting forward now, coming down into a squat, pivot, and up. Drop those hips down, and then back again. Just a lie. Don't you have a conscience? Don't you feel bad? Acting like a monster. Don't you feel sad? All I want is closure, but I'll have to manage with that. How about that? If you could rewind, do it again. I wonder, would you hurt me just like you did? Or would you fast forward to the end? I wonder, so you wouldn't have to face what you did. Good, now coming just into a normal squat. Pulse, up and squeeze at the top. Good, 30 seconds, guys, then we are going in. Keep going with that, okay? So 9 minutes is our first circuit. You're still doing your squats. And guys, I need to do 4 burpees because I was 4 minutes late today. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do them with me if you want to, guys. 2 more. I was 4 minutes late. Okay, so there are going to be burpees in this workout. If you do not like burpees, if you cannot do burpees, of which there are quite a few of you, I want you to jump jack for 8, then come down, if you can, and plank jack for 8. Then back up again, 8 and 8, okay? Because there are gonna be burpees. If you struggle with that, literally just jump jack. Entirely up to you. Okay guys, first circuit, we are going in 9 minutes. We're going in 15 seconds. Start prepping yourself for what is gonna be pretty freaking hardcore, okay? To the back of your mat. Jump feet in, out, turn. In, out, turn. Okay, beginners, step with me. In, out, turn. Everyone else, jump if you can.
I'm a little bit naughty, I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of my body is telling me to run away from you. Come a little bit closer.
Halfway.
Yeah, come a little bit closer. Yeah, you're a little bit crazy.
10 seconds.
Never change. What's love got to do with it? He comes around, better knock that step down. Come a little bit closer. Yeah.
Good work. Next up, fast feet. When I clap, I want you to do a squat jump. So you're here, clap, squat jump. Beginners, when I clap, squat and up. Let's go.
I'm so fly.
Beginners, copy me.
Bye bye. Bye bye. You're
Come on.
selfish. You get mad every time you lose. You can't take me with you. I'm scared you're gonna blow your fuse. Come a little bit closer.
Halfway, come on.
I can really start over. Yeah. In the back of
Come
my
on, guys, come on.
There's someone waiting on
50.
me. You're just wasting my time because you're scared and lonely. Finally got some closure.
Keep going, guys.
Yeah, I can finally start over. Yeah. So all my ladies who got a brother.
Okay, ski jump, side to side. Split hold, okay? Step them. Beginners, step. So what you gotta do? Beginners, copy me. Let's go.
Bye bye, bye bye. Here's to the memories. Cheers to what used to be. Your friends said that you left me.
Come on, guys. Jump them if you can. Push. Come on. Woo.
All my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right. Put your finger in his face and tell that man bye bye. I'm too fly. I'm too fly. Bye bye, bye bye.
5 seconds.
That's how you spell goodbye.
Woo. Simple squat jump, guys. Just a squat jump, okay? Down low, jump up. There is nothing complicated about this workout other than it's hardcore. Beginners, normal squat, no jumping. Let's go, beginners with me. Come on, nice and fast. You want the knees over the middle toes, okay? Butt low, knees wide, core tight. Come on, guys.
Magari stanotte poterci spiaggia con un tequila. Vieni con me, cerchiamo la verità, solo io e te, dai. Oh, se ci sono cose che non vanno dette, non vanno dette, no, ci sono cose che non vanno dette, non vanno dette, non vanno dette, no, ci sono cose che non vanno dette, non vanno dette.
Guys, this is your first round of burpees. Count your reps. Now remember, if you can't do burpees, go with those jump jacks for 8 plank jacks. Okay? Let's go! Guys, this is about you. This is literally about you. I do not give a SHIT what anyone else is doing. This is you against you. You do the variation you want. You go as hard as you can. Come on, guys. You're already halfway. Come on! 15 seconds, squad. Come on! 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, skipping on the spot for 8, then running it up for 8, okay? Really good way of burning fat, getting that heart rate up. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, up. love this song way too much. Okay, in, out, so you come wide, up, in, out, up. Beginners, 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Let's go, beginners, 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Otherwise jumping, guys, otherwise jumping. Otherwise you're here. Beginners. Good freaking work, good freaking work, come on. Come on, squad. 20 seconds.
Just because it's easy.
10 seconds, guys. Come on, 10 seconds. Speed it up. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down on the mat. Guys, we're going with some abs to finish this circuit off. Simple. Toe reaches. If you're a beginner or your hamstrings are tight, go with a crunch. Let's go. Reach. Reach.
She's staring at the screen every day and night. I miss the rush of living in real life. Don't get your DeLorean. Oh, miss the summers.
Guys, remember, pull those stomach muscles in as tight as you can. Imprint that spine, rib cage down, and keep pushing at your level, okay? Under 15 seconds.
Boy, just don't bother. I know this all just makes me sound ancient, but sons and daughters, that shit was amazing. Can we take it back tonight?
Okay, step up next, guys, step up.
We have this drama.
If you are a beginner, just come here. Change sides. Otherwise, legs are up. Dragon 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Killing it, guys. Head down a bit tall. Really working those stomach muscles. Don't arch.
Yo, what you got in that
Imprint.
bag? Candy cigarettes and a Playboy man. Man, you used to have to work for that. Waiting for me, got the dial up. Can't call the landline, it's all tied up. Just like over there. Oh, oh, oh.
10, 9, 4, 3, and 1. Good work, guys. Your warm-up circuit is complete. As you probably know, we're like here, and we're going all the way up there. So that was just your warm-up circuit, okay? It gets a lot harder. Quickly let me know, out of 10, how you're feeling, but you're really not getting a break. We're going in 15 seconds. This one is to kill your abs, okay? We are killing your abs. I want your feet together. I want your knees apart. We're coming all the way up if we can, and back down again. Frog sit-ups. Okay, for those of you who are more advanced, fingertips by temples. For those of you who need momentum, use those arms. We've already started.
In the stillness somewhere above, the city lights, you're falling in love. Still aware, you know it is true, that you were lost and this is a clue.
10 seconds.
Love is forever, love is forever. To believe
3, 2, 1, and down. Well done, guys. Plant the feet, roll back, core tight. Beginners, hands here. Otherwise, we're there. Beginners, just go with the legs, okay? In 4, in 3. Beginners, keep going with this. Everyone else, copy me.
with the music still in your ears, you're on your way to conquer your fears. In this dream of your own design, there is someone calling your name. Love is forever, love is forever.
leg to start off with. Beginners, keep those hands behind you at all times. Everyone else, hover that right leg and the arms. We're here. No clap, just crunching in. 1, 2. Easy, but we are going in after this one, okay? So roll back, core tight, beginners, hands here, let's go. As long as you can, guys. Good work, beginners, you're here. And if you're really struggling, plant the foot, there, good work. 4, 3, obliques across the body. Let's go.
2 minutes we are drawn to each other.
10.
Just know how to push all my buttons. Moved out of town and I
1, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Okay, all the way down, guys. We are going to go with a set of scissors. Okay, so our legs are up like so. We tap the foot down, but while we do it, I want you to reach the arms over and back.
You got my heartstrings vibrating for you now. There's something much you don't want to get. Whoa, we're perfectly opposite. You got my heartstrings tangled. You got my heartstrings vibrating for you.
Tap further away from the body. Tap further. Out. Placing them at the back of the head is so important with this that you keep your lower back flat. Tap both feet down, lower back flat, bring them back up again. If it's too hard, go single leg if it hurts the back, okay? It's down and up.
It's so useless. You circle around me like the moon around the earth.
Elbows wide.
With a kiss, I'm clueless. You pretend that we don't really care.
We're holding on the 7. Beginners, just here, okay, across the body. Going in 4, 3 legs up, 2, hold on the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and hold. our militaries. So we're coming down onto the forearms, back onto the hands. We do 2 of those, then 2 shoulder taps, okay? Copy me. Beginners, you're on your knees. 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Beginners, of course, just step them, okay? We've got this. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, at your own pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In and out, guys. You're already halfway. Push it. Come on, 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Good luck, guys. Second circuit smashed. Smashed, smashed, smashed. We are back up into standing now, guys. We're going to be down for the last part of this circuit, but the first part is up. Just as a reminder, burpees, you can do 8 jump jacks into 8 plank jacks, okay? Up to you. And we have a Q&A, guys, but we'll go into that after. Okay, right. Are you ready to burn? Now I'm going to warn you, you are doing 2 sets of burpees in this circuit. I'm not telling you when they are, okay? We've got this, okay? Going in 15 seconds, guys. We've so got this. We are starting off with our curtsies, coming side to side. If you want to, you can jump them, okay? Going in 5 seconds, come on. Everything. Let's go. Beginners, we're hit.
All they see is just a young, pretty face. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it will take.
You got it, guys, you got it.
There's something you're trying to hide. There's something you're keeping inside. But I'm trying to get to know you much better.
20 seconds.
How much time it will take.
You got this, guys. 10 seconds left. Big left, side of your mat. 1, 2. On the third, we land. Okay, stepping or jumping squad. Up to you. If you're stepping, it's 1, 2. On the third, you land, okay? Let's go. Killing it.
I'm caught up since the day that we met.
Already halfway, squad.
Haven't seen the best of me yet.
Come on, keep pushing. Faster, faster, faster. Come on, squad.
Rising in some
Woo! Come on, keep pushing. Guys, we're already 15 seconds down. Woo! Halfway. You want to remember you're here, okay? Come on. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. 4 jump jacks. 4 plank. I should say punch jacks, not plank jacks. Not gonna make you do that again. Quickly type in, how many did you get? If you can't jump, guys, you're here, okay? Let's go. 4, 3. Killing it, squad, killing it. Are you laughing at me, Alex? He's behind the camera going. 15 seconds, squad. Okay, next up, fast feet, clap into a half burpee. We're here. When I clap, 1, 2, and again, step the feet if you want to. Beginners, copy knee. Beginners. Jump the feet if you can. 30 seconds, come on. Down. Halfway. Come on, I want those legs like jelly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Jump in, out squats. Really simple, guys. 2 levels. You can either do a crossover and down. You can do a jump in and out and down. Beginners, you can step them. Advanced. Intermediate. Beginners. Keep going. Keep going. Beginners. Chest open. Okay? Weight back through the heels. You're killing it. 20 seconds. 15. Come on, guys. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down on the mat, guys. We now have hamstrings. Okay, all the way down. Dig the heels in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? You've got this. This hurts those hamstrings. Up we come. The bigger the steps, the harder it is. Beginners, tiny steps, beginners. Everyone else, walk those feet out. Come on. Come on. Push it, guys. You should be feeling it here. Hamstring. 4, 3, 2, hold them out. Hold. 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 Not high. And down we come. We are staying with hamstrings, guys, okay? Single leg bridge. I want you to hold one leg. If you can, you straighten. Dig the heel in. Lift and lower. Beginners rest it. Down, up, down, up.
Every time we spend time
extended rest, okay? This is your last set of burpees, and then we are going in on core, okay? And I'm mixing it up with this core section and arms to really finish you off. So, remember what you got last time. This is your opportunity to beat it, okay? I really want you going in. Guys, we're going in 10 seconds. Just to recap, beginners, you can do your jump jacks or you can step and stand. Going in 3, beginners if you want to, 2 and 1. Let's go! It's up to you guys. It is up to you. And up and down. My feet just slipped on my sweat. Okay, 30 seconds, guys. Woo! 30 seconds. Alex, with your champion towel. Good work, guys. 20 seconds. 15. Good, come on. 12. 10. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 2. And 1. Guys, you smashed it. Quickly write in how many burpees you got. I really want to know. Okay, so this is what happens when you take pre-workout. It literally makes you sweat so much more than normal. Honestly, I can't recommend it any more highly. And by the way, you guys always ask, Optimum Nutrition, I've finished it now, but that's the brand I swear by for pre-workout. Okay, we're actually going to be doing a fair few planks in this last one. A lot of you have been asking me to do some of my Instagram moves in our YouTube videos to make it harder. Okay, so I want you, if you've got it, to grab your lean adjustable band and pop your lean adjustable band just above your knees. I know I'm letting you have a little bit of rest, but it's because this is going to be brutal, okay? So pop your lean adjustable band just above your knees. Our first exercise is going to be some abductions. We're working the outer thighs as well as the core. Relatively tight. We're going to be coming back into lying. The legs are in hover. As we come up, we crunch, then we straighten and push out. Okay? Guys, we're going in 15 seconds. Just practice that move a little bit now. I know it's tough. Beginners, I just want you here, slightly pushing out as you crunch. Okay? Others, legs are up, follow me, crunch, straighten, push out.
Something's letting me heal. You're making it brighter right through the gray.
Guys, this isn't about speed, this is about getting it right. Use that band for resistance and push the hell out of it, okay? Using the band will make your workout easily 10 times harder, okay? So really use that band to intensify. Onto your side, guys. Coming onto your forearm now. You want the band pretty tight for this, okay? So adjust it a little bit if you want to. Of course you can do this without the band. Down on the forearm, feet together. As you come up, you open. As you lower, you close.
You're like a lighthouse in a dream, where the distant wave beam is guiding me home. So cold.
Really good, guys. Use that band.
When you hold me, when you close, I know
20 seconds. 4, 3, 2, hold up, push to close.
but everything feels a little bit lighter with you. Something's letting me heal.
Good work, guys. Coming into a full side plank now on your forearm, okay? So you're down on your forearm. I want you to bring your right knee in front of your left, and then you push up. So it's there. Again, you can do this without a band, okay? Just makes it harder.
want you to work now, play later. But you keep going off on me. Keep
Good work, guys. It hurts, right? Okay, loosening that band all the way off now. We are going with a set of bicycles with the band, okay? So you pop it around your feet like so. Lie down. We're here.
Landlord.
Again, everything can be done without the band, guys, okay? Stay loose.
I know you never mean it, 'cause you in though. Did you call me 'cause you had to? 'Cause you know I'd throw your suitcase out the window. I don't need you here to feel good.
Good work.
No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine.
Okay, let's do the other side. Just above the knees, guys. We've got to even you out. Remember, you want that adjustable band tighter. Okay, the first one was the clam, open and lift.
So you're burning with desire. You sure know how to set a girl on fire. I'm not calling you a liar. Honestly, I'm just so tired.
Hold up. Now, open
I
up.
don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine.
All the way down, guys. I need mine a tiny bit looser because that is absolutely freaking brutal, mate. Okay, there we go. Okay, into that side plank. Again, beginners, just stay down, otherwise lift up. Tap and open.
I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine. Thinking about the way that you know.
Woo! My gosh, guys. Okay, last exercise with the band, although you can keep it if you want. We're going to be going with jump jacks in a plank. It's just above the forearms, just above the knees. I cannot get my words out. We're here. Let's go.
One point I would never thought that I would make.
Good work, guys. I'm going to make it a bit harder for myself.
You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like my.
20 seconds.
My.
15.
There's no other than you now, babe. Nah, 'cause you got me like my.
5, 4.
Oh my God, don't let anyone hold you.
Guys, keep the band on. We're going up into standing. We're going with our jump in out squats again. Really working into the outer thighs as well as fat burning. Let's go. Beginners, remember, you just step, okay? Just a few exercises left, guys. 30 seconds, come on. One left after this, then you're done. 20 seconds. 15. Woo! Come on, just 15, that's all. 10, 9, Just hold there. You've got this. Okay, let's go. 45 seconds. Then we have a bonus 1 minute. That's all. Fight or fight. Chest open. 30 seconds left. Lower as you can. Michelle, again, step back. Lower, lower, lower. 12, 11, 10, 9, slide down, 7. Woo! Guys, we have 1 minute of burpees, then you are done. I think Alex probably has a 3 minute. Once you've done a minute of it, I'll tell you to stop, okay? It's the only countdown timer we've got. This is your last exercise. Last. Then we have a nutrition Q&A, guys. I'm also going to show you my bands, which are launching, drum roll, tomorrow. So make sure you stay around to find out what time. I'll tell you straight after this minute. Okay, 1 minute of burpees. Count your reps. Remember, I don't care what anyone else is doing. This is you against you. We're going in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I'll start you off with the first 10. Let's go.
Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you.
Nearly halfway, guys. You are coming up to halfway. Come on. Halfway. Yes, one. 20 seconds. Come on. 15. Come on, guys. You've got this. 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Squad, lie on your backs. Have a breather. Have a sip of water. We are going straight into a nutrition Q&A. Before we do, I just want to quickly check if any of you have any questions about my bands, because these bad boys, where am I? Back here, are coming back in stock tomorrow. So we initially, just stretch while I talk, brought these out at Christmas time. We thought we had 6 months worth of supply, and you lot sold them out in just over a week. And since then, we haven't been able to get them back because of the virus, because of shipping. It's literally just been on pause. So I would say I get probably about 500 messages asking about these bands a day, no lie. So these babies are coming back tomorrow. You are the first people to know that they are launching for restock at 5:30 p.m. Pre-sale, yeah. 5:30 p.m. UK time tomorrow. So that should be early morning for those of you in LA area, midday-ish for those of you in New York area, Europe evening, Australia, I'm sorry, you'll be asleep. Everywhere else in the world, I'm sorry if I haven't said the time, but you can just Google it. 5:30 p.m. UK time. These are going on pre-sale restock, okay? So you've seen them so much in my videos. I can't even begin to tell you how good they are. Like literally, we spent so long developing them, I'm not gonna lie, and I've had this very band for over a year now. This is the one that I've been using loads. This is a brand new one in here, and you'll see it's like exactly the same. It's just slightly slightly messy from where I spilled pre-workout on it. But yeah, Bloody beautiful. I'm going to quickly show you now. I showed this in my Facebook 2 days ago, but this is what a normal resistance band or most plastic resistance bands are like. Should I come a bit closer to it, or is it okay? Okay. I'm going to go at 100% of my max, and I'm really, really hopeful that it's not going to snap in my face. Right. It's like, you can see my arms aren't really popping, I don't think. Anyway, they don't. It doesn't feel hard at all. Like, it's just so easy. Okay. This. Let me show you the hit. This is what this one's like. 100% of my max. Okay. To prove, I've even got a shake going on. They're tough. The adjustable obviously has a loop that you can adjust so easily depending on the type of exercise you're doing, like so. Or if you're doing higher resistance, you just literally feed it through. And I remember when we were first launching them, people were like, "Are you sure it's gonna hold?" Honestly, people have had these now for 6 months and they're just as good as new. So again, ooh, super hardcore, but it can get quite a bit looser the looser you go. Let me know if any questions are coming through to it. The hip, this is called the hip band.
Do you recommend buying both?
Yeah, so basically if anyone's doing my lean program, these were developed to go with my lean guide. This is for HIIT and this is for resistance training. However, the feedback we got after the first launch was that people don't want this changing at all. It's like literally the perfect band. This band is too hard for a lot of people. So we've taken that into account. We've categorized this as the extra strong, and honestly it is. Like, I find this really tough. And it's perfect for some movements, but for things like donkey kicks, for example, you just can't get, you'd have to have like wrestler muscles, WWFE, whatever it's called, you know what I mean. But we're bringing out a strong version of it. So this is extra strong. We're bringing out strong and we're bringing it out in black, which has been the most requested. People just want a plain, simple, elegant black, which I agree, the black will be beautiful. So it's going to have a little bit more give, so it's going to be easier to do HIIT with. So for all of my HIIT fat burn, I would normally use this in the strong. For all of my resistance training, I would use this, and we're going to be selling them in a bundle package. Of course you can buy them separately, but the bundle just works out cheaper, and honestly, like, I would recommend getting both. I think the last sale we did, 95% of people, would you say, Alex, bought both?
Yeah.
90 to 95% of people bought both, just because they complement each other so much. This is obviously one strength because it's adjustable, so it doesn't have to be sold in more than one strength. A lot of people who do sell resistance bands will kind of have like an easy through to extra strong, for example, but this is all of that in one. So that's why it's so popular.
Okay, anti-slip as well?
Anti-slip, sorry, yeah. Anti-slip, anti-roll, they don't roll on you like others would. I'll show you up close quickly. Let me put this one on. Let me know if any questions come through.
How much will they be?
Do you, Alex? Alex has got the prices. He's just checking it now. It's all on the website. So here, this is it on, guys. Just going to show you. Is that focused?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll show you how easy it is now to loosen or tighten. You see how quick I am in it. You just literally go like that. There's the loop, like that. And that's to tighten it or loosen it. I'm going to show you now.
When you bend down and focus on your head.
Oh, sorry. There, that's better. So it doesn't roll. You know how other ones will like roll on your skin? Like that. You see that? Roll up, roll down. This one, it's anti-roll. And because of this on here, it's anti-slip. And because it's material, I'm trying to come out of it, because it's material, it's not going to basically pull on your hairs, guys, if there's any guys right now. And yeah, it's honestly, it's just such a freaking phenomenal band, and I'm so excited because we have had them stuck in Asia for so long, guys. We haven't been able to fly them over to Europe. So yeah, very excited. Shipping's worldwide. I know that's going to be another question. Shipping is worldwide. So literally wherever you are in the world, you can get your hands on it.
Okay,
Right.
Price, the HIIT
Oh, here we
band.
go. The HIIT.
That one is $17.50.
What?
Dollars.
$17.50.
Yeah, and then the adjustable is $24.
Do you know what that is in pounds?
No.
Okay. Dollars to pounds. Let's work it out while you guys are here. And then we're going into our nutrition Q&A straight away. So what was it? $17.50.
Yeah, $17.50 for the HIIT band.
£14. 20.
24. for the adjustable.
£20, under £19 something. Yeah, there we go. And both together will obviously be a bundle, cheaper deal. So yeah, any other questions? Or are we good? Oh, we good, we good.
Stress that it's a pre-sale as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would get in there pretty fast if I was you guys. Although, no, you should be fine because we've done more this time. But yeah, it just sold out so quickly. But I don't want to say that. Honestly, I would set your alarm for 5:30 just because last time I cried. Like, the response was so amazing. It actually, yeah, I was like, how is this even happening? It was mental. Okay, cool. Should we go into Q&A?
Yes, we delivered to Morocco.
Morocco, worldwide, absolutely everywhere we are delivering. Plus shipping, obviously, right? Yeah, so plus shipping, and obviously shipping will vary depending on where you are in the world. If that makes sense. Delivered to Morocco, yes. Morocco, yes, Morocco. Same lady, bless you. Jahani. What's the material? I actually can't tell you exactly what the material is, but it's a fabric one. It's not plastic. Let me show you up close. Oh, yeah. This is the plastic one. Like, it's kind of, this is the one I used to use. So you can see it's just like a plastic, whereas this is sturdy material. Is that nice and up close there?
Yeah.
And it comes in a cute little bag as well, which I'll show you now. This is the bag it comes in. So each band comes in a drawstring bag, this one here. And it's got a little Lee quote on it as well, about not giving up, which is what I always shout at you. So yeah, that's that. Any other questions, Mike?
We're going to get into the Q&A now.
All right, cool. Let's go. So basically, we are now doing a nutrition Q&A. It's the second nutrition Q&A we've done, but the one previously is the highest viewed we've ever had, and I know that you ladies and gents have so much to ask about this. The reason why, like, being honest, I wanted to bring this in again and bring Maria in particular, which I'll tell you about in a second, is because in the private Facebook group that we have, I have a lot of ladies who are really struggling with their relationship with food and coming to me for advice. And I didn't realize how much of a foodie I was until I saw some of the comments that are coming in. Like, food for me is, eating I would say is probably my favorite hobby. I would actually put eating above exercise. Like, it's just so important to me to love food, love cooking food, not think about how many calories I'm eating, never restrict my diet drastically. And something I get asked probably on a daily basis is like, how often do you have treats? How often do you have a cheat meal? How often do you have cheat days? And honestly, I hate the thought of cheat days and cheat meals. Like, I just hate the whole concept of it, because you shouldn't be having to work for a treat. We should be implementing a healthy lifestyle where you're happy all year round, all day long, all month long. And I didn't realize I was an intuitive eater. So we're going to be talking about intuitive eating, which I didn't even know was a thing, intuitive cooking, and we're going to be answering some of your specific questions about metabolism, what you should be eating before and after a workout, can you burn fat on your belly, can you eat certain foods to help with bloating, that type of stuff. So that's what we're going to be getting stuck in with. We've got Maria Marlowe, who is going to be joining us, and we're going to go over to her. What was the first question, or was it just, it was an intro? So this was an intro to Maria and a little intro into intuitive eating. So we're going to go over to her now, and I'll be at the desk in a few minutes. Bye, guys.
Hey guys, Maria Marlowe here. I'm a holistic nutritionist and health coach. Lilly invited me on today to talk about intuitive eating and to also answer some of your questions, and you guys had great questions, so I'm excited to talk with you guys today. I've been doing Lilly's Summer Shred along with you guys, and it is killer, so in a good way though, so thank you, Lilly. So first, my food philosophy is all about using food as medicine and becoming what I like to call a body detective. I believe that our body is always giving us signals as to whether things are in balance in our body or not. So things like acne, bloating, headaches, PMS, rashes, and really anything in between, these are actually signals from our body that something's not in balance and we need to look at our diet and our lifestyle. So that is a great segue into intuitive eating. Intuitive eating is a style of eating in which you really start to get in tune with your body and understand its hunger. And additionally, you focus more on nourishment and what you can have versus restriction. Now, I saw a lot of questions about calories and calorie counting, and calorie counting does work for some people. So for example, my sister, she calorie counts religiously, but she has a really positive relationship with it and it doesn't drive her crazy. She likes it, it's helped her lose weight, and she's happy with it. Other people find calorie counting really stressful, and they may even develop a negative relationship with food. So I know personally, I don't like calorie counting. I prefer to eat intuitively, and I know Lilly does as well, and I know a lot of people feel really healthy and feel really great doing this intuitive eating. So first off, you want to distinguish between physical hunger and emotional hunger. Physical hunger is when we're actually hungry and our body needs nutrition. Emotional hunger is when we are sad or lonely or feeling down and we get cravings for food. And usually it's going to be unhealthy food, like really salty, sugary, or fatty foods, like the dessert type stuff. And when we emotionally eat, this typically sets off a negative cycle because afterwards we feel guilty, and then we feel guilty, and then we do it again, and it's just sort of this cycle, this downward cycle. And instead, with intuitive eating, you really learn to distinguish when you're emotionally hungry and when you're physically hungry. And when you do have those feelings of being down or sad, and we all get these feelings, instead of turning to food to fill that feeling, which it never will, you can turn to non-food things to fill that and to satisfy that. So for example, if you're lonely, you can call a friend. If you're overwhelmed, you can delegate some tasks, right? Or organize a little bit better. So you figure out those non-food factors. Now, some people are scared of intuitive eating because they feel like, first of all, my body just wants candy bars and pizza, so if I listen to what my body wants, I'm not going to be eating very healthfully. And what I would say to that is that typically our brain is more attracted to those sort of junk foods than our actual body is. And those foods are not going to really nourish us and fulfill us and satisfy us. So I like to give people this guideline of thinking of your plate. I call it the ideal plate ratio. So if you think of your plate as a pie chart, you want about 50% of it to be vegetables or fruit, about a quarter of your plate to be some sort of healthy protein. That could be animal-based or plant-based. The other quarter of your plate would be some sort of healthy whole grains, or it could also be more veggies. And then on top, you want to have some healthy fat. So that could be avocados, nuts, seeds, or olive oil, let's say. When you aim to make your plate this ideal plate ratio, you're automatically going to be giving your body the nutrients that it needs, the fiber that it needs, and you're going to feel satisfied. So you're not actually going to be hungry all day long. You're not really going to have cravings. When you eat this way, you effectively crowd out those unhealthy cravings. So simply by adding these foods in, particularly the vegetables, you really start to crowd out other less healthy foods. You stop craving less healthy foods as often, and it's easier to become more in tune with your body, and believe it or not, you'll actually start craving vegetables and craving healthy, nutritious stuff. So keep that in mind when you're switching over to intuitive eating. If you keep that ratio in mind, that will really help you stay on track. And lastly, even without counting calories, when you make your plate according to that ratio, because vegetables are the bulk of the plate, and vegetables are naturally very low in calories but high in fiber and water, they're going to fill your stomach up. They're going to take up a lot of that stomach space, so you're going to feel full, but it's going to be on less calories than if you ate something else, like any sort of processed or refined foods, which are more calorie dense but don't have the fiber and the nutrients to fill you up.
So I'm watching Maria on here, and I have to say, when you said, Maria, I'm not sure if you're watching this, but when you said you might end up craving like burgers and candy, Alex was behind the camera and he was like, hey! Honestly, like, I don't think you can kind of, or you know whether you are an intuitive eater or not. If you're an intuitive eater, you kind of don't know you are one, and that was me. And I've just read that a few people said, oh, I think I'm an intuitive eater. Yeah, I think sometimes just people are without realizing. There we go. I, personality-wise, cannot count calories. I just don't enjoy it at all. So for me, I struggle to relate to people who do like counting calories, because I didn't realize, but the thing that I kind of value most in life is freedom. And I only really realized that when I started moving countries and living in different places. Like, my personality types needs freedom, and I hate the idea of anything restrictive. It just does not suit me. I think I would probably rebel if I was given like a restrictive diet. I'm constantly asked, like, do you count macros? Do you count calories? Have you ever competed in competitions where you have to like cut and bulk and those type of things? I never have in my life, ever. And that doesn't mean that I've built my body easily or I was born with a certain body, etc., which a lot of people often say as well. I have been through my own journeys. I would say I've stayed lean most of my life, kind of here, but the fluctuation of how lean I've been has been determined by how much exercise I'm doing and how I'm eating. So I love learning from you, Maria. This is so interesting. Please keep the questions coming in, guys, for me, if there's anything in between. I'm having booze tonight from Karen. Good on you. Next question with Maria was about bloating. So I'm really excited to hear about this as well. In terms of me with bloating, I'm not a big bloater. I don't get bloated all that much. I get water retention. I feel like you either get one or the other, like more than the other anyway. I get really bad water retention, particularly when I'm on my period, but in my legs. Bloating in my stomach, I don't get all that much, and I honestly think it's because I've worked out what works for my body. I used to get bad bloating when I was at uni years ago, but now I just know what I can eat and what I can't. For me, I went on a vegan diet for 30 days with Alex. I only lasted 26 days, and I was so uncomfortable. I was out here, I was bloated all day long, and it was just sore. So anyway, let's see what Maria has to say. Let's go.
How do you get rid of bloating, and how do you prevent bloating? These were two of the most common questions that I saw in the comments. In short, if you experience chronic bloating, it's a sign that your gut cannot digest whatever it is that you're eating. Now, there are a few ways to figure out what the offender is. The way that I recommend, first and foremost, is keeping a food diary. And you can keep a simple food diary in your phone as a note. Simply record all the foods that you're eating, and also record all of your symptoms, whether it's bloating or really anything else. And then you can start to pinpoint the connections. So for example, if you eat a lot of one food, do you notice that your symptom flares up? Or when let's say you go away for the weekend and you don't eat this favorite food that you eat all the time, do you notice that your symptoms go away? And using this food diary, you can start to draw the connection between what you eat and how you feel. You can then start experimenting with eliminating the food that you think is causing the issue. Do it for at least 2 weeks. If you see a relief, then it's a sign that that food was the culprit. If you remove the food and you don't see a difference, then it's a sign that was probably not the right food, that was not the offender. So you can keep trying and keep experimenting. Of course, you can work with a nutritionist or gastroenterologist to help you with this. Now, once you've removed the food that's causing the bloating, you want to also focus on repairing your gut. And when you repair your gut and make sure that you have plenty of healthy bacteria in there to digest a wide variety of foods, you'll find you may actually be able to eat that food again. So for example, with probiotics, the best source of probiotics are actually vegetables. Fiber-rich vegetables are going to naturally seed your gut with good bacteria. If you have chronic bloating though, you'll probably want faster relief, and you'll probably need something a little bit more intense. So I do recommend taking a high quality probiotic that has a variety of different strains and that is guaranteed to make it through your stomach acid into your gut, because a lot of probiotics, they die in your stomach unfortunately and never make it to where they need to be. Now, once you've taken the probiotics, you also want to make sure that those good bacteria thrive in your gut. And that's where prebiotics come in hand. They are foods, fiber-rich foods, that provide the food for those good bacteria to flourish. So some prebiotic foods include things like Jerusalem artichokes, dandelion greens, onions, garlic, and even starchy vegetables, things like potatoes or sweet potatoes. All of these types of food contain this prebiotic fiber. And this is why it's a great idea to eat a wide variety of vegetables and not get just stuck on broccoli or kale or one type of veggie. You want to eat a wide variety of them in colors and types so that you're constantly giving your gut and nourishing your gut and giving it all the different nutrients that it needs and all the different types of fiber that it needs. So those three things, keeping a food diary and getting rid of the offenders, that's key. Probiotics and prebiotics. And one last thing I'll say, if you find that you get bloated from eating a healthy food, so for example, broccoli or beans, which a lot of people do, the good news is that that won't necessarily last forever. If you can repopulate your gut with the good bacteria that are needed to digest those foods, you can, or you will be able to enjoy them again without any gas or bloating. And last thing I'll say is, what throws off your microbiome? The answer is pretty much everything in modern life. So taking antibiotics, stress, chemicals like chlorine or fluoride, for example, in water, different agricultural chemicals or pollutants that we're exposed to. All of these things and more can impact our microbiome and start wiping out our good bacteria and maybe making other not so good bacteria flourish. Even the foods that we eat. So for example, if we eat a lot of sugar, that causes more inflammatory bacteria to flourish and less of the good bacteria. So it's really important that we're eating a whole food, plant-forward diet. You don't have to only eat plants, but you want to make sure that the bulk of what you're eating is whole foods and lots of plants.
Eddie and I have been watching together. How cute does he look, by the way? He's just had a groom. You are so fluffy, mister. Okay, right, you're getting a look up his bum bum. Teddy, over this way. Good boy. So next question that came up, honestly, I've learned so much from that already. The next question that came up a lot was about metabolism. Can you speed up your metabolism? And how would that affect you with your weight loss journey? Come here, baby. I've got you. Come here. Okay, so over to Maria.
There were some questions on how to keep the metabolism high and how to lose weight with food. And the best way, what the research shows, the best way to keep your metabolism high and to lose weight is to eat more vegetables. I know it sounds really boring and it's just not that exciting, but honestly, it will completely change your body. When you aim to make your plate at least 50% veggies at the majority of meals, you will effectively crowd out less healthy foods, you'll fuel your body with the nutrition and the fiber that it needs, and you'll find it a lot easier to lose weight, and the research shows you'll actually speed up your metabolism. So researchers compared 3 different types of diets, and what they found is that a low glycemic diet, which means a diet that does not spike your blood sugar, right? Any sort of refined carbohydrate like bread, cereal, crackers, any sort of baked goods, sugar, desserts, those foods are considered higher glycemic, right? So they're going to spike our blood sugar and then our body's going to bring it back down. And when we start eating a lot of refined carbohydrates, we start craving them. And we kind of go on this roller coaster where we eat the food, we get the high from eating it, and then we crash, we get tired, we get hangry, and then what do? We reach for more of that same type of refined carbohydrate food. So you kind of put yourself on this roller coaster of going up and down. But you want to get off that roller coaster because the research shows a high glycemic diet is the worst for our metabolism and is the worst for our weight. It's going to increase the chances that you're going to gain weight and find it harder to lose weight. So to speed up your metabolism and to reach a healthy weight, put more vegetables on your plate, make your plate 50% veggies at as many meals as possible, and you will find that that will help crowd out other less healthy foods. You'll start peeling off the pounds a lot more easily, and you will notice that your metabolism actually speeds up. Your digestion will also become a lot more regular, and you'll probably find that you have a lot more energy too. So if there's one thing that I can really leave you guys with is to eat more veggies.
So something interesting about veggies, I'm like writing to you all right now. Who likes vegetables? Who doesn't like vegetables? So if you like vegetables, say yes. If you don't like vegetables, write no. Now, the reason why I'm asking you this is because that human over there, Alex, is half Malaysian, half Australian. And I don't know, because I can't comment on everyone from Australia and Malaysia, but certainly the way you eat, I would say, is probably more Malaysian. And I don't know if it's all Malaysians, but this Malaysian did not eat vegetables before we met each other, or very few vegetables. So when we first met, you, Alex, you didn't really like vegetables,
Yeah, I didn't like the taste of them.
You didn't know how to cook them.
With them.
Yeah.
I never cooked them ever.
Yeah, so
Any veggies.
every time I go away and you're left on your own, there's two things you eat pretty much, and it's packet noodles and meat.
It's your fault for leaving me.
That's apparently my fault for leaving him. But the reason why I'm saying this, like the diet that I was brought up on is the Mediterranean diet. My dad is Mediterranean, my mum is Irish. And my dad actually was the guy in the kitchen. My dad is the most phenomenal chef. And my mum's an incredible baker. She's really good with cakes, but my dad is the guy who cooks. And everything all three of us, me, my brother and my sister, learn in the kitchen is from my dad. And I didn't know, but the Mediterranean diet is actually in scientific studies proven to be the most healthy diet. And for me, obviously you don't know this when you're a child, but it was an ongoing joke when I used to play out. We used to call it play out, when you go outside and play with your friends on your street, on your bikes or whatever, that I used to go over the road to my neighbor and I would have like a carrot or a cucumber in my hand and be biting it, and I'll be like, is Hannah ready to play out? And the mum used to be like, you are so unusual. Every other child would be coming with like a pack of crisps or sweets in their hands and be like, is Hannah ready to play? And I'm munching on a cucumber. And like, if there are any parents or mums in here, I know it's not that easy, but for some reason, the way that we were brought up, we learned to love vegetables. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because eating raw vegetables for an average human who isn't a weirdo like me is really bland, really boring, really tough and hard. So I kind of had to, for Alex mainly, start experimenting with the way I cook certain vegetables. So let me give you broccoli as an example. Broccoli for me, when it's boiled, like normally boiled, is so freaking boring. Like, it's just so bland. Like, just boiled, maybe with a little bit of salt on it, like, it's so bland. That would be the last thing I ate in a roast dinner. However, if you pop broccoli on a tray, particularly tender stem, but any broccoli on a tray with a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, which by the way is one of the best oils you can eat from a health point of view, a sprinkle of maybe chili flakes, salt and pepper, bake it in the oven for 5 to 10 minutes. Alex?
So good.
It is so good. Exactly the same with kale, roasting vegetables, baking vegetables, just mixing it up a little bit. And particularly with kids, like if it's something new and a little bit different, they're like, oh, okay, what's this then? So yeah, like honestly, vegetables can be so delicious if you play around with them a little bit. Same with fruits. Like if you play around with them a little bit, couple with them with things like certainly fruits with natural yogurt and some protein powder mixed in with the natural yogurt, that's getting your protein in as well. So anyway, the next question, I'm sure loads of stuff. I hate broccoli, but I love veggies. Try what I just said. That's Sophia, I think. Yeah. Hey! And by the way, Malaysian food is so good. Oh, ooh, we had, what did we have? Mee goreng, nasi goreng yesterday. So good. So next question is about, are all calories created equal? Interesting one, right? So we're going over to Maria. Let's see.
There have been a few questions about junk food, whether it's okay to have junk food every day or whether it's better to have more calories of healthy food and less calories of less healthy food. Let me start by saying that not all calories are created equal. When you eat 100 calories of broccoli versus 100 calories of cookies, very different things are happening in your body. that broccoli is going to provide your body with nutrition, it's going to provide your body with fiber and water content. So when you eat it, you do start to feel a sense of satisfaction. Whereas the same amount of calories that are from a refined carbohydrate, they're not going to fill you up as easily. And that's why it's really easy to overeat cookies. And back in the day, I used to eat an entire box of cookies in one sitting. Whereas it's pretty hard to overeat broccoli because broccoli has what I like to call built-in portion control. The fiber, the water, the nutrients, they're going to shut your hunger off and they're going to tell you when it's time to stop eating. The cookies, not going to do that. And so when we're looking at different foods, we really want to make sure that we're eating nutrient-dense, fiber-rich foods as much as possible and really limiting our consumption of the refined carbohydrates and these sort of empty calorie foods, which really don't provide any fiber, any water, any nutrition, or very little nutrition. And that nutrition that is in the food is typically, it's added in, right? It's synthetic vitamins that are added into the food. So those are the foods that we want to avoid because those foods are never going to really fill our hunger and they tend to be higher glycemic. When something doesn't have fiber, it's going to spike our blood sugar more. And as we talked about earlier, when our blood sugar is spiked, well, first of all, it causes inflammation, it makes us more hungry, and it's never going to make us feel satisfied. And these types of foods are associated with weight gain. Whereas these fiber-rich, nutrient-dense foods, these are going to satiate us. They're going to keep our blood sugar stable. They're going to keep our inflammation levels down, and they're going to help us lose weight or maintain a healthy weight. And so if you were to eat a diet that was made up of the same amount of calories, and one diet was all healthy, whole, real foods, and the other one was junk food, well, you're going to be a lot healthier on this diet where you have these high quality calories because it's not just about weight, it's also how you feel every day, what your skin looks like, your energy levels, your mood. All of this is impacted by our food. So the better choice is always going to be the healthy, whole, real foods over the refined and processed foods. That doesn't mean you can never eat them, but really the majority of what you're eating should be the healthy, whole foods.
How all of you guys are also, sorry, completely off topic, but telling me about your puppies when you see Teddy. The amount of stories on Instagram I get tagged in where doggies are looking up at the workout on the TV, like looking at Teddy. So funny. Also, I just want to quickly, a few of you are asking if Maria has a YouTube channel. I actually don't know. As far as I'm aware, she doesn't. Would you mind quickly searching, Alex, on YouTube? But 100% Instagram. I've seen, Maria used to live in the States. She now lives in Dubai. And I've seen her present, talk, etc. live. She is so phenomenal, guys, like absolutely unbelievable because she knows her stuff, but she's just so good at articulating it. So please make sure you go over to her Instagram. The Instagram's written next to her when she comes up on the next screen. There are a few questions that are coming through which I'm going to answer as well before we go on to Maria's last question. Oh, she does have a YouTube. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to type it in right now. Maria, I'm so sorry. We'll type it in. Oh, Maria, I'm so sorry. That was really silly of us. Anyway, everyone who's watching, I'm going to put it in the chat and we're also going to put it in the description box for you to just tap straight onto her profile. My cookbook is the Mediterranean one. Someone was asking, is it vegetarian? It is a little bit of everything minus meat. So it's got some pescatarian recipes, vegetarian recipes, and vegan recipes. Most of the recipes actually are vegan because we counted through how many were. Next up was the vegetarian, then there were some that were pescatarian, but all of them, if you wanted to, for example, where I'm using salmon, you could replace the salmon with tofu if you want it vegan, or you could replace it with chicken if you wanted it to be meat. So it's really versatile. All of the recipes are Mediterranean. They're all to help you fight inflammation because I had that awful injury about 1.5 years ago, and these are all the foods that help me to heal my body. I'm going to see if any others come through. Right, while we're going on that, then the next most common, okay, cool. The next most common question that came through was pre and post workout, what you should be eating before and after, and when you should be eating before and after a workout. Okay, again, over to Maria.
One question I saw pretty often was what to eat pre and post workout. Pre-workout, you ideally want to have a small snack 1 to 2 hours before working out that contains complex carbohydrates such as fruit, vegetables, or whole grains. These are going to give you the fuel and the energy that you need to smash your workout. And as you know, if you're doing a Lilly workout, you need a lot of energy. So a simple piece of fruit, some dates, maybe some whole grain gluten-free toast with some almond butter on top, those would be good snacks to have before your workout. You don't want to eat a full meal right before your workout because all of your blood is going to be rushing to your digestive system to digest that. You're going to feel sluggish, you're not going to have energy, and it's going to be much harder to and more uncomfortable to work out. Now, post-workout, what the research shows is that in order to build those toned, lean muscles that we're all after, you want to have at least 10 to 20 grams of protein within 30 minutes to 2 hours of finishing your workout. That is the ideal amount and time frame. Now, what does 10 to 20 grams look like? Well, a protein shake is going to typically be at least 10 grams. It depends what kind of protein that you put in there. Personally, I love hemp seeds, flax seeds, and really any type of seeds, but flax seeds and hemp seeds in particular because they also have omega-3 fatty acids, which are highly anti-inflammatory, which are also going to help you recover from your workout. And 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds is about 10 grams of protein. You can throw in some extra nut butter if you want, or whatever other protein that you want, and you'll have a quick smoothie, and you can definitely get that in within that 30-minute time frame. Now, if you work out in the evening and you're going to have a meal after, then you can really have a full meal. You can get your protein from a meal. You don't have to get it from a protein shake. So for example, 1 cup of beans or lentils is about 15 grams of protein. And if you add that 50% of your plate veggies that we talked about in that earlier video, you'll go way beyond. You'll actually go above the 20 gram requirement for building those toned, lean muscles. So a veggie bowl with some plant protein is an excellent choice if you're vegetarian or even if you're not. Or instead of the beans, you can do a piece of wild salmon, for example, or whatever protein that you want. And I would also recommend, if it's your meal, do pair it with some sort of complex carbohydrates like your veggies, because that is going to give you the energy and the glycogen stores that you need to work out the next day as well. Now, another thing to keep in mind, it's not just protein. Everybody knows about protein. But what people sometimes forget is that you also need water. Water is absolutely necessary for building those toned, lean muscles that we all want. If you don't drink enough water, you're not going to get as lean and toned as quickly as you would like. So if you are working out in the morning, know that when we sleep, we get dehydrated. So it's really important to have 2 to 3 glasses of water before you actually work out, at least. And then after the workout, you want to make sure that you're replenishing all of the water that you sweat out. So definitely drink enough water. And when you do that, when you give your body the water and you give your body the protein, you're giving it everything that it needs for those lean, toned muscles.
As Maria just said, have 2 to 3 glasses of water before you work out. After, I have not drunk enough. So bear with me. This is not pre-workout. Also, getting a refillable water bottle is an absolute game changer. I didn't used to use them, but particularly when you're traveling. I was talking to one of my friends, Molly, who's a travel vlogger, and honestly, having one of these on the aeroplane is an absolute game changer. Anyway, we have managed to get Maria to, drum roll, 956 subscribers. We didn't manage to get her there. She was already there, but we've upped like 30 or something. Please, 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 right now, look at this chat. I am watching you guys. There are 278 of you in this chat right now. If all of you, so you're obviously all finding it interesting because you're staying around, please click on the link I just gave you and hit subscribe. As a content creator, as a YouTuber, I know how big it is to get to 1,000 subscribers. Like, it is cause for massive celebration. This girl is giving you so much value, so much free advice and content. She deserves to hit 1,000 subscribers. So click that link, guys, right there, and hit subscribe if you're finding this useful. For me, for Maria, I know I'm really plugging this, but honestly, creating YouTube content is hard. It is tough. It takes so much time and energy and commitment. So if you find what Maria is saying useful and you want to learn more, and yeah, you want to support, basically, please hit subscribe. We just hit subscribe, right? Let's refresh, let's see. I'm gonna give you a whole 15 seconds right now of silence. And I want to come back in 15 seconds and us be at 1,000. Okay, let's go. Okay, come back. We're on a delay.
Oh, so close.
Tell me.
984.
Oh, guys, come on, please. I'm hoping there's like a slight little delay on this. Maria has no idea this is happening, by the way. This has just been impromptu. But speaking of which, so some more questions are coming in. I'm going to keep answering a few of your questions. Actually, our views are going up. Quite a few questions are coming through about my experiences with nutrition. We'll do another Q&A, guys, but I'm going to spend the last little bit of time answering your questions.
5 more subs.
5 more subs! Come on, guys, 5 more subs. I'm celebrating Maria's 1,000 here. So I'm going to answer a few of your questions about the Lean app and about the bands, so please chuck them through. You have like 5 minutes of me left, so if you have any questions you want to ask, like literally ask them now. You guys are so cute. 991. Oh my gosh, 9 subscribers. This is so cool, and it isn't even my channel. Okay, what's the name of the first song you played? Do we have that?
The first song.
Was that Bye Bye, I'm Too Shy? That one. Was it that one? Put your finger right in his face.
Yeah,
Is it that one?
Probably Two Fly. Oh,
Two Fly? The first song we played.
Just our usual one.
Oh, our outro song.
Yeah, it was Stupid as You.
Catnip. K-A-T-N-I-P is the name of the artist. Stupid as You. I love it.
1,000.
Hey! Cheers, Maria! Woo, woo, woo! Do you know what? Hitting 1,000 subs, I don't know if it means a lot to her, but certainly for me, like the first 1,000 subs, and for anyone who's like an aspiring YouTuber or content creator or Instagram or whatever, certainly with YouTube though, it starts off, the hardest part is that first actually 100 subscribers. It then gets a little bit easier going to 1,000, then a little bit easier going to 100,000, then a little bit easier going to 500. Now, I am so hopeful we can get us to 1 million, guys. Like, I can't even begin to tell you. We're nearly at 600,000 subs. Like, yeah. Can't even get words out of my mouth. Just, how are our views higher right now than when we started? This is so strange. Anyway, hi guys who have just joined in. You tried to get out of the workout and just join the Q&A. Clever, very clever. The Latin song, which Latin song? I am the biggest fan of reggaeton, so I don't know which.
Con la boca.
Con la boca, da, da, da. That one. Con la boca, right? Who's it by?
Con la
Boca by, oh, Alex is writing it. Okay, congratulations, Maria. Lily, do you like Indian food? Love Indian food. I love, we don't eat it that much though, but I love Indian street food the most. There's a place in London and it's from the type of food is from a place near Kerala. I know that much. And it's like Indian street food. So it's a lot of the like little, almost poppadom type of things that you then pour something into it. I'm not being very descriptive. And then you put the whole poppadom thing in your mouth and eat it. It's like that big. Like the bite-sized type of Indian food is my favorite. I like Indian curries, but being totally honest, I prefer Thai curries or Malaysian style type of spices. But the Indian street food, I love, like absolutely love. What about Irish food? Honestly, Irish food, it's not really my favorite. Irish food is like very hearty, wholesome food. So it's probably because it's normally very, very cold in Ireland. But yeah, the one thing I really love from Ireland in terms of food is potatoes. I am a walking potato, aren't I? My two of my favorite foods really are pasta and potatoes. Like, I just love carbohydrates so much. And yeah, I eat a lot of potatoes. I love them. Dal or lentils. Oh, dal is so good. So good. And I love chai as well. Chai masala and all of that. Yummy. Have an amazing weekend, Lily. Can't wait for more workouts with you. Okay, guys. So, whoa, so many questions coming through. Right, we're just going to quickly recap. I hope you loved the 7-day challenge. Tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. UK time. That's going to be on my website, which you can find across all of my channels. It's in my Instagram bio. It's in my description of every single YouTube video, but it's basically leanwithlily.com. Head over to my Facebook group if you want a little bit more connection with me. I would say I do most of my lives in my Facebook group. They're pretty impromptu, but like my Q&As and stuff are in there. And yeah, for next week, honestly, we haven't put together the challenge yet for next week. I'm thinking of doing another summer shred, but a little bit longer, maybe a 14-day summer shred. Is that something you would be interested in? Did you find this a little bit too hardcore, or did you love it? Have you got results? I'm sure you have, because my workouts are intense AF. But I'm going to be putting all of these questions in the Facebook group for you to answer anyway. And yeah, I think is that everything, Tira?
Yep.
Okay. Laurie, love y'all. We love you too, Laurie. Thank you for everything. Guys, yes to a 14-day. Okay, all of the yeses are coming through. Yes. Okay, cool. Only other thing, we will be making some changes to timings, guys, if we continue with the lives next week, which isn't confirmed. But if we do continue with the lives next week, we will bring it forward to 1 p.m. UK time rather than 1:30 p.m. UK time. So just half an hour earlier, which will make it earlier for those of you New Yorkie area as well. I think that'll make it maybe 8 a.m., 7 a.m. And we may change the Saturday. We may drop the Saturday. I'm not sure because it was our quietest. We're just kind of trying to work it out, you know? Okay, Tiffany just said, Lily, Maria has 31k followers on YouTube, but her description doesn't mention that she has a YouTube channel. This is what like YouTube fans are like. You're like, we need to be promoting YouTube, guys. Can you believe Instagram used to be my biggest and now I'm just like YouTube all the way? Not that I don't love Insta, like Insta's amazing, but YouTube for me is like where I would say we put 90% of our effort. Hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we love you. We love you guys. Okay, I think that's everything. Love and hate both at the same time from Selene. Okay, cool. Right, guys, I love you very much. Don't forget about these. Spread the word. Going live tomorrow. Okay, I love you. Bye, guys. Bye, squad. Bye, squad.